Welcome back to our channel. Today we're delving into the extraordinary life of Glenn Close, a Hollywood icon whose profound talent and unyielding spirit have left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. With iconic roles in films such as Fatal Attraction, Dangerous Liaisons, and The Wife, as well as memorable performances on Broadway and television, Close's career is a testament to her versatility and relentless dedication to her craft. Yet, Glenn Close's story is much more than just award-winning performances and red carpet appearances. Imagine a woman at the pinnacle of her career, navigating profound personal challenges and overcoming significant obstacles. This is the reality of Close's journey, a saga filled with incredible triumphs and heart-rending struggles. Despite her public image as a strong and resilient figure, Close has faced numerous trials that have tested her inner strength and resolve. Behind the glamorous facade lies a compelling narrative of personal trials and family complexities. From the psychological impact of her unconventional upbringing in a religious cult, to the intricacies of her personal relationships, and the battles she has fought for mental health awareness, Close's life is a rich tapestry of highs and lows. What were the defining moments that shaped Glenn Close's remarkable journey? Everything is revealed in this video, so let's follow along. Early life. Glenn Close was born on March 19, 1947, in Greenwich, Connecticut. She is the daughter of Elizabeth Mary Hester Bettine and William Taliaferro Close, a doctor who worked in Congo and was the personal physician to dictator Mobutu Sese Seko. The Close family lived in a stone house on her maternal grandfather's estate in Greenwich. Despite coming from a wealthy family, Glenn shared that her family did not participate in high society and always lived modestly. When Glenn was 7, her parents joined the Moral Rearmament (MRA) movement, a religious and social organization aimed at remoralizing individuals and communities. MRA was founded by Frank Buchman, an American Lutheran minister, with the ideal that personal change could lead to global change. However, the organization was often seen as a cult due to its strict control and rigorous demands on its members. Glenn described MRA as a cult that controlled every aspect of her life, from the clothes she had to wear to what she was allowed to say. They controlled everything, from our thoughts, behavior, to our emotions, Glenn shared. Throughout her childhood, Glenn lived in this tightly controlled environment, which left deep psychological scars. She felt restricted and lacked personal freedom, which later significantly impacted her career and life. Because of how we were raised, anything you thought you would do for yourself was considered selfish, she explained. Glenn had to learn to live in an environment where every decision was controlled, from choosing schools to daily activities. The strict discipline and lack of freedom made her feel suffocated and eager to escape MRA's shadow. Glenn began her education at St. George's School in Switzerland, where she remained under MRA's influence. She later attended Rosemary Hall, graduating in 1965. During this time, Glenn began seeking ways to express herself outside MRA's control. In the 1960s, she joined the singing group Up With People, which aimed to moralize society through music. She also organized her own small singing group, the Green Glen Singers, consisting of herself and 3 friends. These activities helped her escape MRA's grip and opened new opportunities in the arts. At 22, Glenn decided to leave MRA. She once said that her desire to become an actress allowed her to escape the organization's control. "I have long forgiven my parents for any of this. They had their reasons for doing what they did, and I understand them. It had terrible effects on their kids, but that's the way it is. We all try to survive, right? And I think what actually saved me more than anything was my desire to be an actress," Glenn shared. Glenn attended the College of William and Mary, double majoring in theater and anthropology. In her senior year, Glenn was inspired to pursue acting after watching an interview with Katharine Hepburn on The Dick Cavett Show. She began focusing on acting, realizing this was the path she wanted to follow. In the college's theater department, Glenn received serious training and developed her acting skills under the guidance of Professor Howard Scammon. The years at college helped her build a solid foundation for her acting career and gave her the freedom and passion to pursue her dreams. Glenn has openly discussed the deep psychological impact that her upbringing in the MRA had on her. She described it as a source of trauma that has affected her ability to form lasting relationships. This experience, combined with her determination to pursue acting, shaped much of her adult life and career. Career. Glenn Close began her professional career on stage in 1974 with the play Love for Love at the Helen Hayes Theatre. This marked the promising start of her acting career. A year later, she made her television debut with a small role in the series Great Performances, opening new doors for her career. However, her big breakthrough came in 1980 when director George Roy Hill discovered her talent and invited her to audition for The World According to Garp. This was her first film role and earned her first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Glenn recalled, "It was one of those life-changing moments. George Roy Hill gave me an opportunity I never dreamed of." Throughout the 1980s, Glenn consistently received prominent roles. In 1983, she played Sarah Cooper in The Big Chill, a financially successful film that received positive reviews. This role earned her a second Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. In 1984, she played Iris Gaines in The Natural, a baseball film directed by Robert Redford, and received a third Oscar nomination. Glenn shared about this role. "It was an incredible experience. Working with Robert Redford was a dream come true." In 1987, Glenn made a significant impact with her role as Alex Forrest in Fatal Attraction, a challenging role that earned her a fourth Oscar nomination, this time for Best Actress. Her portrayal of Alex Forrest became one of the most memorable villain roles in film history. Glenn shared about this role. "Alex Forrest was a complex and challenging role. I had to delve deep into the character's psyche to understand and portray her madness and obsession." In 1988, Glenn further cemented her talent with her role as Marquise de Merteuil in Dangerous Liaisons, earning her a fifth Oscar nomination for Best Actress. This role required high acting skills and sophistication in portraying the character's scheming and seductive nature. During this time, Glenn began to build her reputation as a versatile actress, capable of portraying a wide range of roles, from villains to protagonists. In 1990, Glenn continued to affirm her position with her role as Sonny von Bülow in Reversal of Fortune, based on the famous case of millionaire Klaus von Bülow. This role earned her a Golden Globe and an Oscar nomination, despite controversies as the trial was ongoing. The same year, she tried her hand at playing Gertrude in Franco Zeffirelli's Hamlet and reunited with Jeremy Irons in The House of the Spirits. Glenn also guest-starred in Steven Spielberg's Hook, 1991, and starred in Sarah, Plain and Tall and its two sequels. In 1992, Glenn received critical acclaim for her leading role in Meet Venus, winning the Best Actress award at the Venice Film Festival. The same year, she won her second Tony Award for her role in Death and the Maiden. Notably, her role as Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard, 1995, brought her a third Tony Award and overwhelming acclaim from critics. David Richards of the New York Times praised, "Glenn is giving one of those legendary performances people will be talking about for years." In the 1990s, Glenn ventured into comedies and action films like The Paper, 1994, and Mars Attacks, 1996. However, her role as Cruella de Vil in 101 Dalmatians, 1996, truly stood out, earning her a Golden Globe nomination and massive commercial success. In 1997, Glenn impressed again as the vice president in Air Force One and the choir leader in Paradise Road. Entering the 2000s, Glenn began focusing more on television. She reprised her role as Cruella de Vil in 102 Dalmatians, 2000, and continued starring in films like The Safety of Objects, 2001, and Le Divorce, 2003. In 2005, Glenn reunited with director Rodrigo Garcia in 9 Lives, and later Albert Nobbs 2011, showcasing her impressive acting in independent films. On television, Glenn guest starred in Will and Grace in 2002 and won a Golden Globe for her role as Eleanor of Aquitaine in The Lion in Winter, 2003. Her role as Monica Rawling in The Shield, 2005, earned her significant recognition. In 2007, she joined the series Damages, winning 2 consecutive Emmy Awards and becoming one of the highest-paid actresses on cable television. In 2017, Glenn reprised her role as Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard on Broadway. This run, from February to June 2017, received special praise from critics, with the New York Times calling it one of the great stage performances of this century. That same year, she starred in the Amazon pilot Sea Oak, although it was not picked up despite positive reviews. She also received the Lifetime Achievement Award at the World Theatre Awards. In 2017, Glenn appeared with Noomi Rapace and Willem Dafoe in What Happened to Monday, and reunited with John Malkovich and Patrick Stewart in The Wild Wedding. She also starred in Crooked House, adapted from Agatha Christie's novel. In 2018, Glenn received wide critical acclaim for her performance in The Wife, premiered at the 2017 Toronto International Film Festival. The film also starred her daughter Annie Stark. Glenn won a Golden Globe, a SAG Award, and a Critics' Choice Award for Best Actress, and received her 7th Oscar nomination. Although considered a frontrunner, she lost to Olivia Colman for The Favorite. In 2020, Glenn starred in Netflix's Hillbilly Elegy, reuniting with Ron Howard and co-starring Amy Adams. Despite mixed to negative reviews, Glenn's performance was praised. Richard Roper commended her terrific, commanding, pitch-perfect performance, while Peter Travers called her simply sensational. This role earned her an Oscar, Golden Globe, and SAG nomination for Best Supporting Actress and a Razzie nomination for Worst Supporting Actress. The same year, Glenn co-starred with Mila Kunis in 4 Good Days and executive-produced Cruella with Emma Stone, a prequel to 101 Dalmatians. In 2021, she appeared alongside Mahershala Ali in Swan Song and joined the 2nd season of Tehran in 2022, learning Persian for her role. Glenn's upcoming projects include reprising her role as Norma Desmond in a film adaptation of Sunset Boulevard and starring in Brothers with Josh Brolin and Peter Dinklage. In 2022, it was announced that she would star with Andra Day and Monique in the upcoming exorcism film The Deliverance, directed by Lee Daniels for Netflix, slated for release in 2023. Glenn will also appear with Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz, and Kyle Chandler in Netflix's action comedy Back in Action. In March 2023, it was announced that Glenn would star in the upcoming film The Summer Book, based on Tove Janssen's novel, directed by Charlie McDowell, Community Contributions. Beyond her extraordinary acting career, Glenn Close has made significant contributions to the community, particularly in the realm of mental health advocacy. Inspired by her family's struggles, especially her sister Jessie Close's battle with bipolar disorder and alcoholism, Glenn founded the nonprofit organization Bring Change to Mind, BC2M, in 2010. The organization aims to end the stigma and discrimination surrounding mental illness through public education campaigns and support programs. Glenn has been vocal about the importance of mental health awareness, often sharing her personal experiences to encourage others to seek help and support. Glenn's efforts with BC2M have made a substantial impact. The organization's campaigns have reached millions of people, fostering a more open dialogue about mental health issues and encouraging those affected to seek assistance without shame. In addition to her work with BC2M, Glenn has actively participated in numerous charitable events and fundraisers, lending her voice and presence to causes she deeply cares about. Furthermore, Glenn has been involved in various humanitarian efforts, including advocating for animal rights and environmental conservation. She has supported organizations like the Wildlife Conservation Society and the Global Fund for Women, using her platform to raise awareness and drive change. Glen's dedication to philanthropy extends to her alma mater, the College of William and Mary. She has been an active alumna, contributing to the college's arts programs and even hosting events to support the institution's growth and development. In 2019, she was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world, recognizing her multifaceted contributions to both the arts and social causes. Glenn Close's community contributions highlight her commitment to making the world a better place. Her advocacy for mental health, support for animal rights, and dedication to education and humanitarian causes demonstrate her deep compassion and unwavering desire to effect positive change. These efforts have solidified her legacy not only as a brilliant actress, but also as a passionate advocate and humanitarian. Personal life. Glenn Close's personal life has seen many ups and downs, from marriages to various romantic relationships. Glenn first married in 1969 to Cabot Wade, a musician and songwriter. This marriage happened when Glenn was very young, only 22. They met during Glenn's time with the Moral Rearmament, MRA, movement. However, the marriage did not last long. Glenn decided to pursue her education and acting career, while Cabot focused on his music career. This marriage ended before Glenn entered college. In 1984, Glenn married businessman James Marlis. This marriage drew media attention due to both individuals' fame. However, it only lasted 3 years due to the busy schedules and pressures from both careers. Glenn was at the height of her acting career, with a packed schedule and continuous film projects, leading to conflicts and distance between them. After her second marriage, Glenn began a relationship with producer John Stark, whom she met while working on The World According to Garp. They had a daughter, Annie Stark, born in 1988. Annie grew up with her mother's love and dedicated care. Glenn and John separated in 1991 due to work pressures and irreconcilable differences. However, they maintained a good relationship to co-parent Annie. Glenn always valued her role as a mother and spent much time nurturing and supporting her daughter. Annie Stark followed in her mother's footsteps and became an actress. She starred in several films and acted alongside her mother in The Wife, 2017, where she played the young Joan Castleman, while Glenn played Joan in her middle age. Annie always admired her mother and publicly expressed her gratitude for her support and encouragement. She once shared, "My mother is the strongest and most admirable woman I've ever known. Her perseverance and talent are an endless source of inspiration for me." The relationship between Glenn and Annie is very close. Glenn always takes time to listen to and support her daughter, even when busy with her acting career. Annie once said, "My mother is always by my side, not just as a mother but also as a friend and a teacher. I've learned from her not only about acting, but also about living and overcoming life's challenges." Currently, Annie Stark is continuing to develop her acting career and gradually making a name for herself in the film industry. She always remembers and appreciates the lessons from her mother and strives to become a talented and professional actress. Glenn Close is always proud of her daughter and continues to support Annie in all her endeavors. In 1995, Glenn became engaged to carpenter Steve Beers, who worked on the set of the musical Sunset Boulevard. This relationship lasted several years but ended in 1999. Differences in lifestyle and personal goals led to their separation, despite their efforts to maintain the relationship. Glenn's third marriage was to venture capitalist David Evan Shaw in 2006. This marriage brought happiness to Glenn for many years, but ultimately ended in 2015. While the specific reasons were not made public, Glenn shared that differences in life views and pressures from married life contributed to their decision to part ways. In addition to romantic relationships, Glenn Close also faced challenges with mental health within her family. Her sister, Jessie Close, suffers from bipolar disorder and alcoholism. Glenn played a crucial role in supporting her sister and family through these difficulties. She also founded Bring Change to Mind, a nonprofit organization focused on raising awareness about mental health and eliminating the stigma associated with psychological issues. Despite many difficulties in her personal life, Glenn Close always maintained a good relationship with her daughter Annie Stark, who followed in her footsteps to become an actress. Glenn is always a devoted and loving mother, encouraging and supporting Annie in both her career and personal life. The challenges and upheavals in her life have only made Glenn more determined and resilient in her journey to conquer the arts and life. Glenn Close is a distinguished actress, celebrated not only for her extraordinary talent, but also for her unwavering commitment to community service. She founded the organization Bring Change to Mind, which aims to increase awareness about mental health and combat the stigma associated with mental illnesses. Glenn's enduring legacy is marked by her iconic performances and significant societal contributions, inspiring generations of actors and artists. As she approaches 80, Glenn Close continues to be a dynamic presence in both the arts and charitable work. She actively pursues new acting projects and consistently pushes the boundaries of her craft. Her professional and personal journey serves as a source of inspiration for fans and colleagues alike. Glenn Close exemplifies the perfect blend of talent, perseverance, and dedication. Which part of her life story resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring and entertaining stories. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.